I'm Lexy Bradford.
I'm Reece, and I'm Logan Close.
And we are all members of Adam's private mentorship, the Billboard 500 Club. We're currently in Costa Rica, all hanging out, doing a writing retreat. So yeah, we thought we would all get together and record one for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're here on the Music Industry Contact YouTube channel, where we do in-depth breakdowns of hit songs. In today's video, we will be analyzing The Boys by Girls' Generation.
As you know, we can't monetize these videos, so we would love to have you join our Patreon Golden Ear community. We give you exclusive early access content, including videos and polls for selecting the next song breakdowns. If you have been supporting our channel over on Patreon, we want to say thank you so much. And if you have not yet checked out the content over there, click the link in our description to join us. Without further ado, let's get into the song.
Sounds good.
The boys. 겁이 나서 시작조차 안 해봤다면 그댄 투덜대지 마라 좀. 주저하면 기회는 모두 너를 비켜가. 가슴 펴고 나와 봐라 좀. Bring the boys out. Yeah. You know. Bring the boys out. We bring the boys out. We bring the boys out. Yeah. Bring the boys out. 슬림 맞춰 사는 것 난 길들여져 버렸니? 괜찮니? 암담한 세상이 그댈 주눅들게 만드니? 괜찮니? 그냥 볼 수가 없어 난 부딪히고 몇 번이고 일어나 날카롭게 멋지게 이뤄내고야 말던 네 야성을 보여줘 My boy But bring the boys out Girls' generation make you feel the heat 전 세계가 너를 주목해 But bring the boys out 위풍도 당당하지 뼛속부터 넌 원래 멋졌어 You know the girls Bring the boys out 흔들리지 말고 그댄 자리 지켜
That was really cool.
That was crazy.
This is a cool song. All right.
I really like the intro and how they panned it and animated that synth and stuff to like come in and out of the percussion. I really like that.
Super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely catches your attention right away.
Mm-hmm.
The intro I wasn't expecting. It was like,
Yeah.
and then it just stopped and then it like brought you back in. So it was like,
Yeah.
oh, I love it. I
Did
love
they
that.
already like they'd edit that out in the radio cut, the long synth intro, or
I think that was for the video.
Yeah, I'm
This
assuming that
was
was just for the music video.
But like before it went to
That's
the
pretty
actual
cool.
song.
Yeah.
Bring the boys out.
And I'm gonna, yeah, is that whole intro even like this part? Because that part was so.
I don't know if that's a
That's
part of
pretty
the
cool.
song, but it is cool. I don't know if they're just like putting that in the video, just to like.
I'm not sure.
I'm
It
just
was a
gonna throw that
weird
out.
track
Wait.
because the strings were kind of disconnected with the drums in that part. Did you guys notice that? Or they sounded kind of like Casio piano strings. Like the strings didn't sound super real. And I was wondering if that was like an effect on purpose or if they did that. I'm not sure why they did that.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can definitely go back and listen to that part.
Yeah. we
I
should
like
start
how
there.
in the verse they started doing that clap there too to break it up and listen when they went back into the chorus.
Yeah, that was a good thing.
It sounds very like dated. Do you notice that? It sounds like early 2000s Beyonce or something. And then they are going to go into something super modern. That intro, like contrasting the rest of the song is pretty cool.
I was actually gonna say their vocals sound a little bit like an early Kesha to me, or like
Yeah.
an early Gaga. So it's
Yeah.
interesting that you say that.
Like, dude, it's sick. It feels like kind of like 2010,
Mm,
like 2008 to 2010 or 11.
yeah.
The
Yeah, that's
movement
pretty.
in the string line too reminded me of kind of like a One Republic type,
Yeah, yeah,
where it just kind of it's simple, it stays right around the root, but
yeah.
plays with the 2 and the 7 and just kind
Wow.
of weaves through and really
It's-
cool texture.
And it was very like American pop star too, which was cool. That bit that it sounded very like something we were very familiar with, which is like, yeah, that's really cool. They're a huge contrast section there.
Mhm.
Wow.
Okay. All right, let's keep listening.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, and these vocals come in super cool.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
how the vocals.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing. Yes, like this is totally, that's a different song. That's a different song.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a, yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Sorry, I just got too excited about that. What?
Sounded like a video game a little bit to me.
It did. I liked it though. Keep
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
keep going.
겁이 나서 시작조차 안 해봤다면 그댄 투덜대지 마라 좀 주저하면 기회는 모두
Wow.
너를 비켜가 가슴 펴고 나와 봐라 좀
Wow.
Bring the boys out
We should wait. Can we pause it? There was something super cool in there. I didn't know if you guys heard that, but there on every bar there was like a descending riser in the background of every bar until the 4th time, right? So it's a power of 3 with just a descending riser in the background. I was trying to listen for the subconscious thoughts, like the subconscious transitions they were trying to do, and yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know about you guys, but I always like to say the power of 3 at the start of every video. You know, like as a warning, you can't unhear it, but it's basically you do something one time, do something slightly different the 2nd time, and then on the 3rd time, do the first thing again and change it up on the 4th time. There's kind of that formula for it. You can do it a different way where it's same, different on the 3rd, same on the 4th, and or completely different on the 4th as well. Yeah. Just as a side thought for that,
Yeah.
all the viewers who haven't heard that yet.
Now you know.
You can get the Golden Ear Dictionary. That's like a really great thing that you can pick up in the Billboard 500 Club. And it breaks down like a lot of the terminology that we use internally in the club and just generally in the music industry. So it's
Mhm.
really cool to pick up. So I definitely recommend checking out that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So these vocals are, like you said, very set. And it sounds like for the most part, they always have that 3-part harmony going,
Mhm.
but on some parts, it kind of sounds like they add in a 4th harmony just on some of the phrases
Yeah,
and not throughout the whole line.
it's crazy. There's probably so many stacks
Oh yeah, I want to see this session. I'm sure it's got like hundreds
of vocal
vocals.
tracks.
But yeah, this is incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
into when everything else pulls out and it's just, I don't know what she says, but it's just like that one liner.
Mhm.
And I think they have two in your ears and it just sounds really nice. It gave it a lot of space just to let the vocal shine and gave it a good transition into the next section.
Perfect.
Wow.
Any notes or keep playing?
Yeah, I love the way they're building it. I love the drum groove, you know, same thing. They're doing a lot of things with powers of three and just subtle changes within that groove. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
That little,
What is that noise?
kind of like a snare, like folding in and out of itself.
What did you say?
Whoa.
Like a what?
Like a snare, like folding in and out of itself with reverses and stuff.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Interesting.
That is
It's
cool.
almost like a
Like a scratch.
We gotta try that. It's where we like take a snare and reverse. Yeah, play. Dude, we gotta try that. That's crazy. I've never tried that before.
100%.
That is
Next
super
song we
cool.
work on.
Yeah.
And now they added. Can you back it up a little bit so we can hear that section one more time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. That was that's the hook, right?
It's like a staticky, like just like splotchy synth.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Going like this.
It's just
It's like a bumblebee.
there, and it's like
Yeah. I love
just
it.
hitting and phasing in and out, and really cool texture.
It feels like I'm inside a robot and listening to this song like we're inside some kind of machine. You
Yeah.
know?
It's
Yeah.
really interesting. It like captures your ear and makes you want to keep listening. Like,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do to it next? That's like the
Mhm.
same sound, but just like
Yeah.
a little more texture.
세상이 그댈 주눅들게 만드니 괜찮니
I love
그냥
that.
볼 수가 없어 난 부딪히고 깨져
The transition sound.
Yeah.
bring the boys out we bring the boys out we bring the boys out
Sounds like a drill.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound like a drill.
Yeah. There you go. That's crazy.
That's funny.
빨리 맞춰 사는 것난 길들여져 버렸니 괜찮니 담담한 세상이 그댈
Yeah, yeah.
주눅들게 만드니 괜찮니 그냥 볼 수가 없어
Is it
난
the last 3 times in that?
Mhm.
I think it didn't do the first, but it did the last 3. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I was listening to the sub bass going dum da 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 dum dum da 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 dum and the like envelope filter on that because it's like obviously some kind of crazy like filter making that wow sound. I need to I want to know how that kind of stuff gets done. That is super cool.
Also, the transition in the next section was like a like on the
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how simple the drums are.
부딪히고 깨져도 몇 번이고 일어나 날카롭게 멋지게 이런 내
Yeah, the rest are really cool.
Interesting. Yeah, the breath, and they take the synth out when they do the breaths to give it space.
Wow.
I like it.
Yeah, back it up. Oh wait.
They make it the same.
Yeah. Let me hear that breath. I never noticed it.
날카롭게 그냥 볼 수가 없어 난 부딪히고 깨져도 몇 번이고 일어나
Wow, you're right.
이런
If you can
내
pull this in though, that's
Yeah.
crazy. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
There's so many layers.
This is super cool.
Wow, that is unreal.
All right, I love it.
Yeah, this is great. Keep playing from here.
Oh.
What you got?
Bring the boys out.
Love that.
That is so cool. Yeah,
And then over the
Yeah,
Congrats
wow,
on the-
that is cool.
Downbeat that time.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
super cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
back to those breaths. They actually did a power of 3 there, but they changed each one up. So the first time, I don't remember how many times they did it the first time, but they were like, and then they did 2 the second time while the verse is still going, and then 3 on the very end.
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't
that
realize
is pretty cool.
괜찮니
Yeah, that's crazy.
암담한 세상이 그댈 주눅들게 만드니 괜찮니 그냥
Wow.
볼 수가 없어 난 부딪히고 깨져도 몇 번이고 일어나 날카롭게 멋지게 이뤄내고 영말던 네 야성을 보여줘 My boy Bring the boys
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay, this is crazy. I could be wrong, and I don't know. I for sure, but I'm pretty sure before there was the breath section, they were doing the same rhythm, but on like a white noise shaker.
I was
Did
wondering
you?
if they
I
teased it.
wasn't sure if they were teasing that melody in the first half of the verse.
Yeah,
We'd have to listen to it again. to
because
make-
I heard it too. I was like,
but I
"Oh."
wasn't sure because I was like listening to that shaker and it kind of sounded similar. And I wanted to hear if they were the same in both halves, but I don't know if they actually, I don't know. It could be, that would be really cool if they teased that in the first half, like percussion. That would be really cool.
That was super cool.
Yeah. We've
Alright.
got, yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep doing
전 세계가 너를 주목해 But bring the boys out 위풍도 당당하지 뼛속부터 넌 원래 멋졌어 You know the girls Bring the boys out 흔들리지 말고 그댄 자리 지켜 원래 전쟁 같은 삶을 사는 인간인걸 너는 왜 포기해 넌 멀었잖아 너의 신념을 보여줘 지금 좀 흔들어줘
I think in a slightly different way this time. I think that low synth that comes in at the end of each line, it's hitting differently this time with like different slides and different movement on the notes.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
just small subtle changes to keep the intrigue and
Listen.
your sounding but then hit it on the same notes.
Yeah. For the most part, I'm pretty much like hypnotized right now. By this point in the song, I almost wasn't even paying in. I was kind of in the zone and I wasn't even really paying attention to it. Like it kind of got I'm in that, feel like that drum beat is tribal. Well, I've been listening to it for like what, 3 minutes now? Or sorry, 2 minutes. And,
Yeah, something
Yeah.
about that jerk.
and like
Doesn't
by
stop.
honestly, my mind was going away. Like I wasn't saying I was losing interest in the song, but it was going away. I was still just hypnotized by it. I almost lost track of what we were listening to.
I felt that too.
Yeah.
It's interesting too, because
What year
this
is-
section is completely different. Like this verse is completely different from the first verse, which is something that K-pop tends to do a lot, especially because they have so many members. So they usually focus each section on one different member of the group, one who sings, one who raps, one who, does those breath parts. So in this section though, they did a completely different melody than the first verse, which kind of made you feel like, well, where are we in the song? That's kind of where that part took me. But yeah, I felt that too. So interesting. I just
Yeah.
모두가 널 볼 수 있게 역사는 새롭게
I like how the also have
시작되면
like, filter on them. You notice they sound like they're coming through a telephone.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know why they chose to do that, but it makes it completely stick out separate from the mix,
Interesting.
you know?
definitely.
Because the rest of the mix is in a whole nother location and listening to something on a phone, it's totally like jarring as far as like your
Yeah.
sense of space in the song right now.
Yeah, and they bring those breaths back, but they don't really give it that moment to shine in this one.
Mhm.
And they're also adding it more times.
Mhm.
So it's catching your ear even more so. Like, whoa, where's that coming from? Super cool.
Sweet.
Whoa!
Bring
Wow,
the
that was
boys out. Girls' generation make you
Whoa!
feel the heat.
Wait.
전
Yeah, I really like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we back it up. There was like some like,
새롭게 쓰여지게 됐던 주인공은 바로 너
Oh,
Boys out. Make you feel the heat. 전 세계가 너를 주목해. Bring the boys out.
Everything is so that's how they pull everything out from the hook.
Yeah.
It's so tight.
Yeah. When they,
How they pull everything out when that hook hits.
mhm.
mhm.
You know, you have the big surge of the synth, but then it's completely dry before the bring the boys out comes in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And everything is just that.
I feel like everything's so repetitive. It almost, you need that break just for it to like
Yeah.
sound interesting again.
True.
So I like how they do it.
And when you remove those instruments, you give more frequency space to the vocals. And that's why the vocals probably sound so massive, because there's only drums, which is in that, 20 to 200 hertz area, right? And when you remove everything in the low mid section, no synths and things, you can fill that space with vocals. It becomes more dynamically massive,
And I'm wondering too, I can't remember, but in this section earlier, did they have harmonies or octaves? Because this kind of sounds like they're all unison now. So that also might be giving it a different.
That's really cool.
전 세계가 너를 주목해. Bring the boys out.
Wow. Yeah.
Good catch.
Bring the boys.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
that
those-
would have a
that
That
one.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they were doing octaves to give it. Wow,
Wow.
So-
That is cool.
that's so interesting.
Just octaves rather than those massive stats, like too many. They just really wanted you to hear those notes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pretty much just pick one and sing it. That's
Yeah.
what they wanted,
Wow.
and they got it. Because honestly, we were singing this the first time we heard it.
Yeah.
It's so catchy.
Da, 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 da,
Like, that's so catchy. Their hook
da,
is super
da,
catchy.
oh. Yeah.
So by the, what is this, second, third time we hear it,
Yeah.
now we're just singing one of those two. Super smart.
Cool.
Girls, bring the boys out.
Whoa.
I wanna dance right
Whoa.
now.
Oh,
이끌어줄게.
Oh, this
Come
is-
out. 세상 남자들이여 난 number one. 지혜를 준 아테나. Check this out. 즐겨봐라 도전의 설렘. 이미 모두 가진 세상의 남자. 그대로
Starting to feel like
즐겨는 거야
going to boot camp
K-pop.
first.
Girls generation we
Yeah.
don't stop. Bring the boys out. 낚여버렸던
That was pretty
Ooh,
interesting.
I love how
Yeah.
different that section was from everything we've heard.
Wow.
That was the first time they changed drums.
Yeah.
K-pop music is usually, well, I'm curious, what year did this come out? Do we know? Well, it just seems dated, right? Compared to with all. of
Well,
where-
I like that bridge section didn't sound too dated.
Yeah.
That gave us very Gwen Stefani,
Yeah.
Hella Back Boy.
Yeah,
2011.
2011. Yeah, see,
Okay,
it
so
does
then,
seem
yeah.
dated. Yeah,
Okay.
see, I wanted, it sounded like 10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, good. That would be so bad if it like just came out now and I was, yeah, no, but it sounds like a little dated, and it's kind of cool to hear the Western and this, type of music all meshing together in a really cool way.
Yeah, I think the reason this was a hit song in its day is because like the synths are so badass and interesting, and then the way they bring in the vocals, take them back, like they're always doing something that at that point wasn't done before too.
Right.
So I think when it was released, it was probably like the most current song,
Mhm.
All right.
You know the girls bring the boys out. Girls bring the boys
Powerful.
out. I wanna
Yeah.
dance right now. 내가 이끌어줄게. Come out. 세상 남자들이여 난 number one. 지혜를 준 아테나. Check this out. 즐겨봐라 도전의 설렘.
powerful
이미 모두
snare
가진
drum, dude.
세상의 남자. 그대로 쭉 가는 거야 K-pop. Girls generation we don't stop. Bring the boys out. 낚여버렸던
I like that
미래가 안 보여.
transition is like, I've heard more cohesive transitions from farther worlds before, and I think that's what makes it the dated sound. It kind of still feels a little jarring. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like their modern K-pop is so good at just going key to key, chord progression,
Yeah.
emotion to emotion, that what makes this feel dated is that the transition between sections is jarring.
Yeah.
That's, but I don't know, just pointed that out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the transition. I was like, bring the boys out. They brought it back to the chorus to bring it to the next section.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Their harmonies in this section too are really nice. And they're also bringing certain ones in. So they'll have the octaves in certain parts and then they'll throw in. And it even sounds like, I felt like I heard one harmony in my right and one in my left at certain times, just for a quick little second. But yeah, it just gives it a little bit extra texture.
Wow. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
미래가 내 눈앞에 펼쳐져 점점 더 완벽한 네 모습에 마치 난 빨려들 것 같아 My heart
Wow, that was amazing.
That was really
Don't
good.
listen to those runs again.
Wow.
Oh my, what are they even
Oh,
doing?
we are gonna be a late
Bring
so
the boys out 주저하면 기회는 모두 너를 비켜가 약속하고 나와 봐줘 Cause the girls bring the
Wait, no, I
boys
didn't know.
out Girls bring the 예를 준
Oh, shoot.
나 check this out 즐겨봐라 도전의 설렘 이미 모두 가진 세상의 남자 그대로 쭉 가는 거야 기법 Girls generation we don't stop But bring the boys out 막혀버렸던 미래가 안 보였던 미래가 내 눈앞에 펼쳐져 점점 더 완벽한 네 모습에 마치 난 빨려들 것 같아 My heart
those voices, wow.
Just bring the boys out 주저하면 기회는 모두 너를 비켜가 약속하고 나와 봐줘 Cause the girls bring the boys out Girls bring the boys out Girls bring the boys out Girls bring the boys
Close
out
hat,
Wow.
like a live hat. that
Yeah.
is Slightly open and then more closed.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's badass.
I like how they brought in a different variation of the chorus to bring into that. Like they
Yes.
kind of changed some boys, bring like girls, yeah, and they kind of changed their vocal tone.
Again, because we've heard it so many times, this is what keeps it interesting. And I want to keep listening. I want to hear those runs and those riffs. And also too, if you're a singer and you want to get better at your riffs and your runs and really have clean ones like these, I highly suggest checking out the riffs and runs course on the Billboard500.com. It's really helped both of us clean up our riffs and runs. And yeah, it would definitely help you grow as an artist. So I'd highly suggest checking that out.
100%. If you want to sing like this, that chorus. will
Yeah,
help you out.
this is, oh, this is
Okay,
good.
those are the fangirl moments.
Right?
For
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, those harmonies.
All right.
That's so powerful when those harmonies all lock in there like that.
Yeah.
Generation make 'em feel the heat 전 세계가 우리 주목해 But bring the boys out 세상을 이끈 남자 멋진 여자들 여기 모여라 You know the girls Bring the boys out
Wow.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, that delay is crazy.
Oh, those filtered drums.
Yeah. I love it when the producer gets like a little solo at the beginning and the end of a music video, you know? That's pretty cool.
Oh,
I love those cinematic sounds they use for sure. That's really cool.
Wow.
All right, this is great. I love how they ended it. This is
Beautiful.
a really cool song.
Well, before we give you our final thoughts on this song, we just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us today and checking out our video. And yeah, what did you think of the song? You like it?
I liked it. I really enjoyed it. It gave me like a Lady Gaga type era
Yes.
vibe, and I love her. And I love the really crazy synths and sounds that she uses in her productions. And I really thought that they pulled that influence into this song. And it was around that era too. So I really enjoyed it. It was a little long for me. I think this overall, it was like a 5-minute YouTube video. I don't know if the song's that long, but yeah, I like how they really repeated the hook and made it super memorable. And like you were saying, pulling vocals in and taking them out. But
Mhm.
yeah, I thought it was a good song and it kept me engaged.
Mhm. I was just gonna say, I've never heard Korean pop from this era before. And I really like how the two worlds of the time are like influencing each other, like the music that we're used to listen to compared to the music that we didn't hear. And that being from the same era, it's really cool the way they're crossing over and the worlds are influencing each other.
Yeah.
I really liked the textures that they used to build out the song. You know, like we talked about that kind of off sounding synth and like the very like fuzzy kind of annoying synth tones that, you know, you would so quickly scroll past and
But
plug
actually,
in.
yeah,
But yeah, they just, with that concoction of sounds, they made something really interesting and something that just constant hooks all the way through. So
yeah,
yeah, pretty cool track. I agree. It, you know, got a little bit long, but they did keep building in new sections at the end. I like that, you know, everything was different than what had come before.
yeah.
Enjoyed the track.
Yeah, I really like this track too. I love the vocal production, how they use all these really, really big stacks, and then the different tones that they use different filters on their voices, they used panning features, all the different effects. It was just really beautiful to listen to. I guess the only thing for me it was a bit long.
Yeah.
Did remind me a little bit of early Kesha, and then in the breakdown section, very No Doubt, like Gwen Stefani, How the Batgirl. But I love that era, so I'm all for this song. I love this song. And again, super, super hooky. We were singing it the very first time we heard it, so that's a very good sign. Oh, and the use of those breaths was also one of my favorite parts of the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anything you guys didn't like?
Maybe just that one transition out of
The
what was
bridge,
it, the bridge.
the bridge to the chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just were like, yeah,
Could have been smoother.
yeah, I agree with that.
But other than that, I mean, I kept my interest the whole time. So
100%.
Yeah.
I think it was a little too repetitive because it was so long. They started with the chorus, there's like
Right.
2 choruses in the middle, and then there was like a double chorus at the end or something, or just another chorus.
yeah, they really
think
drilled
it's
that
too
chorus.
They could have cycled the singer quicker, I think, possibly, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, right, and or it had less sections in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly I wished the percussion was just slightly more interesting, or that also built throughout the song, because it was just like, I heard this, like through the middle, we even said it, we were like, we're zoning out. Like,
Yeah,
because
like,
we've heard it before, our ear, it's nothing new, it's all familiar, you know, at that point. So I would just say, yeah, play with the percussion or add something in the middle, so it's not use your mind.
But yeah.
For sure.
yeah, it's crazy how different music is in only 10 years.
Right?
Yeah, like, or to 2 or like 11 years, that's crazy. How much has changed.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, if you're a musician looking for amazing friends like these, who are musicians who like to grow together and learn together, the Billboard 500 Club is the perfect place. How do you guys love the Billboard 500 Club?
I love it. I met you guys.
Yeah,
We're
music
currently in Costa Rica on a writing trip. This is amazing. This is all that you could ever want as an artist, singer, songwriter. So highly suggest checking it out. We also have over 70 mentors who come into the group. Pretty much every week there's something new. We have calls all the time, and it's crazy to think that I met these guys on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
And we're best friends in real life. So I mean,
Yeah.
this club changed my life. I couldn't be more grateful for it.
absolutely. Yeah.
We met on the internet, but we're literally best friends who go on vacation to hang out with each other. So it's cool.
Well, all right.
Well,
All right.
thank you again so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Keep you posted on new videos coming out soon. And we will see you next time.
See you
Once
next
again,
time. Have a good
my
one.
name is Reece Rattler.
I'm Lexy Bradford.
I'm Brenda Dirk.
And I'm Logan Gloves. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
We
bye.
did it. We did it. We did it.
Give me some of that power.